Please subscribe to my channel to help me grow. I felt the first crack in my chest the moment I stepped into Lena's living room and saw my husband's hand slip away from mine. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't obvious. It was quiet, like something practiced. His fingers simply released, drifting toward his pocket as if he suddenly needed both hands free. The music thumped softly through the dim, amber-lit space, and the soft chatter of a dozen guests filled the room. Yet that tiny gesture hit me harder than the bass vibrating through the floor. I told myself not to overthink it. Not tonight. Not after the week we'd had, trying to reconnect, trying to pretend our arguments hadn't left bruises on my heart. But then I saw Lena. She stood near the bar counter, her silk dress catching the light, her eyes cutting toward my husband with a knowing flicker before she smoothed her expression into warmth for me. It lasted less than a second, but it was enough. A silent conversation, an unfinished sentence, something I wasn't supposed to see. Still, I swallowed it. I forced a smile. I played the role of the composed wife even while something cold curled in my stomach. The night unfolded with the slow, steady tension of a tightening wire. I watched him laugh too easily at her jokes. I watched her touch his arm as if gravity pulled her hand there. I watched him step away to take a call, though his phone never lit up in his pocket. My mind became a battlefield of denial and instinct. Each red flag came wrapped in excuses I desperately wanted to believe. He's just being polite. She's just friendly. I'm just being insecure. But insecurities don't cause your heart to pound like a warning drum. At one point, Lena invited me to see the rooftop. "It's so quiet up there," she said. "Perfect if you need air." Her smile was too gentle, too pitying. I declined. And I saw something flicker across her face. Surprise, maybe annoyance, maybe relief. It was impossible to tell. Later, when my husband disappeared again, something inside me snapped. Not loudly. Not dramatically. Just a quiet, exhausted click. A decision forming in the dark. I followed the faint sound of voices down the hallway. Each step felt like peeling away a layer of myself, exposing raw nerves. I stopped outside the guest room door, my hand hovering near the knob, my breath trembling. I didn't open it. I didn't need to. I heard them. Low voices. Her whisper. Trembling. His voice. Soft but too intimate. A murmur of my name. A sigh that was not mine. And then silence. The kind that shatters you. When the door finally opened, they froze. His eyes widened, guilt flooding them. She looked at the floor. And I stood there, strangely calm, like the storm had passed through me and taken everything with it. "I wasn't going to ruin your night," I said quietly. "But you already did that for me." He reached for me. I stepped back. "No," I told him. "Not tonight. Not anymore." There was no screaming. No dramatic scene. Just three people standing in the soft hallway light, all of us stripped bare by truth. I walked outside alone, the cold air wrapping around me like a promise. The betrayal was real, undeniable, and it hurt so sharply that breathing felt like work. But beneath the pain, something fierce rose inside me. Clarity. I wasn't losing him tonight. I was letting him go.